Hatapu, 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 heru nefer, heru nefer. Good day to you. Peace and blessings unto you. This is Sababu Kamut, and we're getting ready to get it in for our final session for February. We'll be right back at it Tuesday morning, the first day of March. Looking forward to being with you. We'll be starting our preparation for the spring equinox, and we will be prepping for sharing applications to the short form, starting with the very beginning. So one of the things that I would really like for y'all to be able to do is subscribe down below here. Hit the arrow so you can share, and then hit the bell so you can be notified when our newest videos are available. And also sign up for our newsletter. Go to our link tree so that you have an opportunity to see some of the things we're doing outside of purely Tai Chi Chuan and Qigong, some of the things we're doing in terms of everyday lifestyle, like ways you can maintain your health using nutrition, using the foods you take in, and some of the practical, tangible applications of bringing the form together with the foods that you eat and the way you move through the world, which is through your Tai Chi Chuan, your Qigong, Sma, and the Rekati Committee and the meditation, like we did last session. So what we're going to get into today, real easy, is we're going to do our Shiasha, of course. We're going to do our Asar Stance. We're going to do the all-over body check-in. Then we're going to do Asar Stance, excuse me. We're going to get into a little bit of Qigong. We're going to get into the form. And as we're getting into the form, we're then going to work on really getting the kneeling in, because we're going to begin this month working on the kneeling because our body's going to be stretched, and we're going to start building up to some of the different semi-flow work that we do. And we're going to begin highlighting the variations on our stomach and core work to begin to get the body tight. So at the end of this year, as we work through COVID and these other pieces, and for those that are listening and watching, participating with us as COVID survivors, we want to be able to provide you with ways to get your strength back, to come back, taking it slowly, and then building upon it session after session. That being said, let's get to it. All right, so we're here, and we're going to start by bowing in. We say to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. All right, now we're going to get it in. Get these legs done. Get it, there it is. Rotate that foot around. Point and flex, so that you have the opportunity to start building that relationship with your extremities. All right. And you should do it in a way that allows you. And so I'm showing you the simple way. What I'll do is, when we switch feet, I'll show you the standing posture that allows you to do this as well, okay? We've changed direction. You want to get as much range of motion as you can. And take this on, we wiggle the toes. Then you go one toe at a time, starting with your big toe, working your way all the way down to the pinky toe as best you can. You want to just see it move. And it may not be moving today, it may not be moving right now, it may not move this week. But the more frequently you get at it, it increases the likelihood that it'll start moving and it will begin listening to your commands, because you're building a new relationship. All right. So now we did that foot. We're going to do this other one. I'm going to do it here so you can see it this way. So you can do it standing also. And this is a way to get with your focus, change direction now. And this is a way to manage your focus in terms of being able to stand on one foot. All right. Then you wiggle the toes. You do all that standing. I'm gonna do it here real quick so you can see wiggle the toes. Then you start with that big toe. Then you work your way down. And again, the thing to remember is that we're building a relationship. We're creating intimacy and a deeper, mature relationship with our body. So that means that it may not work the first time, but you can feel it, you want to visualize it, you want to see your body responding to you, and it will begin to do so. Because where the consciousness flows, blood circulation and energy goes. All right? And that's what we want to keep moving. So now that we have done that, we're going to work on these shoulders. Okay? And once you get it down seated, if you have the ability to do it standing, everything that we do, well, not everything, there are variations to most of the positions, most of the practices that we do, so that whether you're at whatever phase of movement your body is in, you should be able to do some of the work with us, okay? Change the direction now. And our goal is to make sure that you can move your body with us in a way that helps you feel good, okay? And then we go the other direction. All right. And take it to the front now. Letting these arms dangle. And now we're going to do with the hands what we did with the ankles. All right, bring that in, get it out. And here we go. And now we're going to slow it down a little bit because I want you to feel every muscle that's working. Okay. And let's change direction. Excellent. Keep going. Let's wiggle those fingers. Then one at a time. And we switch arms and hands. And we're going to bring it on around, hugely important. What we need to do here is get this moving. And remember, it's not just one thing, all right? Come the other way. So I want you to recognize that anytime you hear me talk about health, talk about optimal health, I'm not just talking about food. I'm not just talking about edible food-like substances either. I'm talking about a combination of things that we would refer to as a lifestyle, a way of living, a way of moving through space. Wiggle the fingers, one at a time. Because when you do it in this way, it affords you an opportunity to get a good understanding of this time-traveling vehicle that you have been gifted during your time on this planet. All right, so now we got that done. We're going to just move the head as we breathe. So we're going to breathe in and out, and in and out, in and out. So while we're here, you're going to breathe in, chin up, and take the chin down as you exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, chin down as you exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale to front and center. Inhale, chin up. Exhale, chin down. Breathing in, chin up. Breathing out, chin down. Breathing in, chin up. Breathing out, chin down. As you breathe in, take the head around in a circle. On your next in-breath, take the head the other direction. On your next in-breath, bring it right back to front and center. All right, so we've got the all over body check-in done. We have checked in with our body. We've made sure that most of the joint systems that we have are working out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get into some Asar Stance, a little bit of Qigong, and the form. Let's get it. We'll go ahead and get right to it. Wu Chi position. Pyramid hands. Shifting the weight and step. In the hands, 12 breaths. Pyramid hands. Holding the golden orbs. Rotate the palms into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. Pointing the hands between the legs. Into oneness. Rabbit through the chute. into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Arms and hands not touching the body. Bring the left hand on top, palms facing. See a ball of golden white light like the sun in between the palms of the hands. Into oneness. Into the turtle. Out to the drawbridge. With the hands. Into oneness. Pyramid hands. Shifting all the weight to the right leg, sliding the left leg in the Wu Chi position. All right, shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Into the KhASA position. 2 breaths. Palms facing forward, 2 breaths. Shifting the weight as we pivot into the dua position for 4 breaths. Stepping back. Let me get into swinging arms. Move them swing. Excellent. Now we go next. Stretch. Expand the chest. Stretch the back. Last one. All right, shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg, opposite hand. All right, now we're gonna give it this form. So let's start from feet parallel, shoulders width. We're gonna do the whole short form. Hope everybody's ready, that they've been practicing so that this does not feel like it's brand new. We slowly built coming back and we should be able to move through this, all right? Sinking down, sun rises. Excellent. Now, I'll work on this simple kneeling. We begin, as always, toes, heels, knees together. Point the toes, heels, knees together. And if you can, if you're here or you hold yourself, that's fine. You got to build up that flexibility to get to the point where your buttocks are resting on top of your heels. Here, you want the right hand on top of the left hand. Thumbs are touching, chin is down. Okay, so this is where we're going to start, just breathing, getting the body used to being in this simple kneeling position. Okay, and we're going to come forward and get on the ball of the foot. Toes, heels, knees are still together. But we want to get the stretch there, okay? And these two movements, not only is it a kneeling posture, but it's working on balancing out the sympathetic and parasympathetic aspects of the nervous system. So here we'll come back. If you can get buttocks on top of heels, that's fine. In here, chin down. All right. And so we talked about that last time. We talked about toes, heels, knees. I like to cross mine so that way I can feel them together and they move with the whole body. When we're getting into the push-up, get it in here. Hands directly underneath. And so again, the goal is to make it so that the hands, as you can see here, come under the body. So I'm gonna do it this way. So it's like they come in, okay? Not out, so you're not doing it this way. This is a different muscle group we're working on. We're working on shoulders and the chest. So it's gonna be here, okay? So the goal is to stay there as long as you can and just bring it in here. And we slowly build up the strength. Then we'll get to doing what most people call a full push-up, okay? Well, that's our goal with those exercises. What we're going to do here is our breathing exercise. We haven't done this breathing exercise in a little while. We did a meditation last session. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to get into simple lotus or crisscross applesauce. This is simple. All right, you'll take your left thumb and index finger, palm up, rest it. I'm gonna go to half. And this is just a little more comfortable for me to be sitting. All right, you're gonna take your right thumb, middle index finger in the center of the forehead. Right thumb is blocking off the nostril. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. And release. Switching hands, no breath. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. And release. Both hands, palms up, thumb and index finger touching. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Chin down. And release. Excellent. Excellent. Now, we're going to grab our seat like we do at the very beginning. We can get to our wisdom from the sages of the ages. And prepare to be ready as we head into Women's History Month. So we'll have some special things for y'all for Women's History Month. Want to be able to get that in. So we'll be highlighting some very special women during this time. All right? Good. So now, we're going to start with, as usual, Essence of Tai Chi Chuan, literary tradition. Clear the mind. Okay. This is from the 5-Character Secret, and it's on agility. If the body is clumsy, then in advancing or retreating, it cannot be free. Therefore, it must be agile. Once you raise your arm, you cannot appear clumsy. The moment the force of the opponent touches my skin and hair, my mind is already penetrating their bones. When holding up the arms, the breath is threaded together continuously. When the left side is heavy, it then empties, and the right side is already countering. When the right is heavy, it empties, and the left is already countering. The chi, the breath, is like a wheel, and the whole body must mutually coordinate. If there is any uncoordinated place, the body becomes disordered and weak. The defect is to be found in the waist and legs. First, the mind is used to order the body. Follow the opponent and not yourself, your own inclination. Later, your body can follow your mind and you can control yourself and still follow the opponent. When you only follow yourself, you are clumsy. But when you follow and coordinate with the opponent, you are lively. When you can follow your opponent, then your hands can distinguish and weigh accurately the amount of their force and measure the distance of their approach with no mistake. Advancing and retreating, everywhere the coordination is perfect. After studying for a long time, your technique will become skillful. Teachings of Ptah Hotep. A counselor who understands proverbs soon sets difficult matters aright. And here we go. The teachings of Ptah Hotep are important for many reasons. We may note among those reasons that they provide us with but a mere glimpse of a profoundly intellectual and spiritual body of thought and way of life of Africa's ancient people. Ptah Hotep himself appeals to the ancients, so ancient, in fact, that they were said to have been instructed by the gods. Ptah Hotep, therefore, laid no claim to original authorship. His wisdom was that of his people and of the deity. Imagine what it must have been like to find that whole papyrus. Imagine even more how it would be to have the whole body of literature of which the teachings of this one priest were but a small fragment. It is through developed culture that we know who these ancient Africans were. And we're going to round out with the Tao Te Ching. In praise of the mysteries, what is invisible when looked at is called Yi. What is inaudible when listened to is called Si. And what is elusive when grabbed at is called Wei. These three are not amenable to investigation. Therefore, they mingle as one. On rising, the one does not become bright. On falling, it does not become dark. Unnameable, it goes on, and again reverts to non-being. This is called shape of the shapeless and form of the formless. This is called winking waning as in a dream. On greeting it, one cannot see its front. On following it, one cannot see its back. Taking hold of the Tao of antiquity to cope with the problems of the present could make one know the ancient origins. This is called the unbroken strand of Tao. As always, grateful for your attendance, your support, and your participation, but mostly your presence. We honor you for the true gift that you are. Thank you, and I bid you Hetep, peace, and we bow out and we say, to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher, Ashe. I bid you Hetep, as we recognize our ancestors and the eternal witnesses of the earth and sky. Atapu, Amen Re Nesut Necher, Aten Re Ne Ena.